Hello, everybody. This is Ronnie Milsap, back for episode number 25. The Music and Milsap Band Series, my band. Today on our Music and Milsap Band Series, please make welcome the man that plays every instrument known to man. Make welcome Mr. John Heinrich. Well, that's great.
How'd you like that, John?
I like it.
It was either that or some Buddy Edmonds steel guitar rag, but, that's pretty festive. I'm glad that we went that route.
It's more energetic, yeah.
And I've heard you do it at sound check. I know you know how to play that. I've heard you.
I do it all the time at Nashville Nightlife now.
Do you really?
Yes, that's what they want to hear.
I'll buy a ticket just to come out and hear
Heck
you.
yeah, bring Ronnie over and everybody. And hey.
All right. I'm going to shut up and let you gentlemen have your conversation.
John.
Yeah.
What an honor to have you in here. You are a talented man.
Oh, thank you, sir. I'm honored to be in the group. I never thought that I would ever be in the Milsap group, and all of a sudden, it happened. It was a dream come true.
Where are you from, John?
I was born in Poughkeepsie, New York, but my dad was with IBM. I'm being moved, and we were moved to New Paltz for maybe about 6 months, and then from there, we went to Lexington, Kentucky. That's where I landed in Lexington, Kentucky. That's where I grew up.
Yeah.
Just right up the road.
And what brought you to Nashville?
Well, in Lexington, I like Lexington. Lexington's a nice city, but that's not where the music is. I mean, you can make a little bit of a job out of it, but you can't really make that much work. And I knew that I had to go to wherever the industry was, which meant Nashville, Los Angeles, or New York. And I thought, Nashville's right down the road.
Yeah, it sure is.
That was it.
You'd end up talking funny if you lived in New York. They got that crazy New York accent out there.
Accent.
Coffee.
Some coffee.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, Ronnie, I saw you in 1974 at the DJ convention at the King of the Road, and everybody said, go up there to the roof. And I said, the roof? And they said, yeah, it's a bar. He's playing up there. And I went up and I heard you for the first time in 1974.
Boy.
I said, yeah, he sounds really good.
Did you play at the Stockyard?
Yeah, I played at the Stockyard from April of 86, I think, till August of 95. Yeah, that was a great job.
Who else played down there?
Donna Mead was the main attraction.
Yeah?
Boy, she was great singer, and she had the people skills. Our singer for our group, that was Vernon Williams. Then Hank Salyer was on guitar. Ricky Salyer was on drums, and Howard Duck was on keyboards, and Jimmy Carter was on bass. And then that went on for about maybe six years, and then the bass player changed to Dal Tomlin, and I can't remember the keyboard player's name. Darn it. I hope he's not listening.
Yeah.
Okay, since when you were at the Stockyard, any of those players, did they go to work for any special artists?
Yeah, Dal Tomlin's, I'm pretty sure he's still working with Winona.
Wow.
Winona Judd.
Oh.
Yeah.
I've heard of her.
Yeah,
Me too, somewhere.
She's a force to be reckoned with.
She is great.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I'm sure I've never seen it, but I'm sure the show's great. It's got to be great.
I talked to her and she said, Milsap, I love your books and your movies. Keep going.
Yep, there you go. I like that already.
I went to church once, and she was sitting in front of me, and she was wearing a hat so big I about broke my neck to see around the damn thing. I didn't want to really tap on her shoulder and say, excuse me, miss, can you lose the hat? Not a good idea.
No. You spent time in Germany, didn't you?
I sure did. Actually, the way that happened, I had a friend that I'd been on the road with in the late 70s, and I was in Lexington, and I saw him come into the club that I was playing at. And on the break, he came over to me and said, I've got a job over in Brussels, Belgium, 2 months. You'll see a little bit of Europe, and then we'll come back. I said, yeah, why not? So I went over there, and I loved it. But I also realized that there weren't any steel guitar players that were really doing anything. They were just starting out. I went into Germany in 1980 And then from there, I went to Berlin. I was in a band called Western Union. We played with a guy by the name of Günter Gabriel. And when we split with him, then we started to do our own records. And we came out with actually, it was a Ray Stevens song, My Heart Keeps Going Back to Nashville, but we sang it as Ich möchte so gerne mal nach Nashville.
Ah.
And it took off. It happened to be a hit.
Now, I'm curious, do you speak German?
Nein, ich kann kein überhaupt Deutsch sprechen.
I knew it. I knew it.
He's a damn spy.
Yeah. I knew he works for the government.
Musiden, Zoom steht a Ladinghouse, steht a Ladinghouse. I only got that from Elvis. Zoom doon, mein Schatz, bleibt still.
John, do you have an interpretation for Ronnie's fans who don't know what the heck he's singing about?
Well, Mein Schatz is my girlfriend, really.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I could see Elvis singing about a girl, huh, Ronnie?
You bet.
That's probably 99.5% of all of his songs.
Gotta have some Elvis. Yeah, that's right.
Ronnie, what's your favorite Elvis tune?
It's Now or Never.
Wow.
Did you work on that one, Ronnie?
No, but there's a thing called the American Trilogy.
Yeah.
And Mickey Newberry did it really good. And Elvis did it good, too.
Yeah, that was great. Wow.
He recorded it in Hawaii in 1973. So in a practice session, I think we ought to work that out.
Oh, we ought to. That's great. That's a good idea. I love the trilogy.
We can do it.
We can do it. That's right.
Well, the fans want to know a lot. They want to know everything about this band.
Oh, that's fine with me. Yeah. Yeah, anything they want to ask.
Well, let's do it, Marty.
Let's get him in trouble. What do you say?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
That wouldn't be too hard.
Number one, what's your most memorable show or music venue or city you have ever played?
Well, I think one of the most memorable it had to be the Opry for me. To be on the show with Ronnie on the Opry, unreal.
It was a big deal, wasn't it?
It's a very, very, that's the pinnacle.
I think you're right.
Like playing in church.
Yeah, and seeing God almost,
Absolutely.
Get it in your soul. I loved it.
What's your favorite song to perform live?
Oh, that's an easy one. Any Day Now.
Wow.
Every time we play that, I choke up. That's Burt Bacharach, and Ronnie just sings it so good, and the melody is so good on that.
It is.
Wow. It chokes me up.
That was originally done by a guy named Chuck Jackson.
Really? Wow.
And I knew him. I knew Chuck when I was in New York hanging out with those folks at the record company up there.
Mm-hmm.
And I just loved him, and I loved the song so much. And we had to get the drummer out of jail.
That's right.
Tom Collins and I went up. Buster Phillips played drums on that.
That's great.
He was behind on something, so he was in jail.
Uh-oh.
Tom and I went down there and said, Buster, I need you, man, to play drums on this session.
He probably said, that'll cost you such and such amount of money for my bail.
Well, I would have bailed him out. I would have done anything to get him, because I know what a good drummer he was.
Wow. What year was that, Ronnie? Do you remember? It was in the 80s, right?
Yeah, 1981.
Wow.
He came in and turned that into a hit song with you, didn't he?
Boy, he did. And we were recording analog on that song.
Yep, the real stuff.
Yeah. So I had two Studer A800s with both of them working.
Wow.
Were those the ones you nicknamed both of those decks?
No, those were digital machines. One was called Dottie and one was called Marie.
That makes sense.
And it was fun. Okay, the fans want to know, how did you get your job?
Well, I got it through Adam Hampton. In fact, he put out an advertisement in the Nashville, what was that, Music Nashville, a long time ago.
Yeah.
And,
Adam Hampton?
Adam Hampton did, yeah.
Really?
And I can't remember. Cocapelli, I think he called his studio.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And so I answered that and said, hey, if you ever need anything I play, just let me know. And he wrote me back. He said, yeah, I've got a session coming up. And I played with everybody that was in the Milsap band, but nobody told me that it was the Milsap band. So I thought, well, okay. Time went by, and I was working at I was working down at B.B. King's. I was in the horn section down there with a black band. And Jamie called me up and said, would you like to join the band? I mean, there was a lot more said than that, but because I didn't know who he was at first. He said, Adam told me about you and this, that, these, knows, and you play sax and pedal steel and dobro. And I said, well, yeah, let's. And he said, okay, I need to set up a meeting with Ronnie, and that's when I met Ronnie, over at Jamie's house.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
I remember that meeting.
Yep.
Very friendly meeting.
That was a good meeting. Yes, it was.
John's kind of a friendly guy.
He is.
Dr. Networking.
Yeah.
Man,
Yep.
that guy's always networking.
And he knows how to speak German.
Yeah, because he's a spy.
He might be.
Die haben mich gefunden.
Yeah.
Stop, you're scaring me.
What equipment do you bring for the live shows? What are your favorites? Do you endorse anyone?
Yeah, let me start with the instruments that I use, pedal steel and saxophone and dobro. That's what I bring. And I've got an endorsement for the steel guitars that I play. And the one that I use with Ronnie, it's a single neck XL. And
Is that an E9?
yeah, that's the money neck.
Okay.
That's what they call it. And
You got one with a C6 neck on it?
I sure do. That's a
Whoa.
double neck. Yep. And then I've got a 14 string one, but it's so heavy. If that fell over on stage on me, that would kill me.
You'd be in the obituaries.
Yep. He died stealing.
Doing what he loved.
That's right.
Of course, my saxophone, that's a Mark 6 tenor, and people kill for those.
Boy, you play it real well.
Thanks. I love it. When I started out playing sax, I started out with alto, but I've learned a lot on tenor. I like it a lot. It's just got a voice that's unreal.
I'll tell you, Ronnie, I love it when John comes out and plays Lost in the 50s on that saxophone.
Isn't that cool?
Oh, man, he comes right up next to you and just,
It's perfect.
it's wonderful.
It sets up the whole rest of the evening for Stranger in My House.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. I love playing it.
What year do you think that saxophone dates back to?
62.
62.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
You know, I think Warren Gower's bass guitar, that Fender Jazz that he's played on all of your hits, Ronnie, is a 1962.
How about that?
He got scared bringing that thing out when he found out its worth.
Right.
Did you mention your dobro?
I got that dobro back in Lexington at a club. Fellow that was a singer there bought that for me and gave it to me, and I've carried that all around Europe and everything. It doesn't have the sound of today, but I mean, I use it over at the nightlife, Nashville nightlife, and it's a good dobro.
What year do you think that instrument is?
And that was probably, let me think, that was early 70s sometime. So it could have been maybe late 60s.
Yeah.
You know, Ronnie, I don't understand. John's got all this vintage old equipment. Why doesn't he freshen up his gear a little bit? Play something that looks nicer and smells nicer.
Oh, he smells fine himself.
Okay, Ronnie, why don't you hit him up with another question?
On those long road trips when we have days off, what does everyone do to pass the time?
Well, golly, I'm networking. If I'm not in a session or whatever, I'm either networking or putting a session together. I've got 2 artists now that I'm producing some stuff on.
Nice.
I do a lot of internet tracks, one-off tracks. In other words, if somebody over in Germany needed a steel guitar, I'd record that and then send it over to him.
That's cool.
It's like I tell everybody, if the leader of North Korea wanted to do a new country project
You're
called...
sick and twisted, and I like it.
We do. We like people like that. That's why I like you, Marty.
Keep twisting.
Okay, Ronnie, what else you got for John here?
What's the hard thing about being on the road? What's the easiest thing?
Well, the way that we did it on the road made it pretty easy. So that's a hard one, really, to say. I mean, I've been on the road, as you know. I mean, with people in a van or whatever. But the way that we did it, it makes it real easy. Sometimes it might be hard to get to sleep or whatever, depending upon the roads. I mean, that could be something that's waking everybody up all the time or stuff like that. But the easiest thing would be when you get up in the morning and then you go into the venue and they take you to the breakfast.
Ronnie's got you pretty darn spoiled, doesn't he, John?
He does. Yeah.
The easiest thing is actually when you play the show.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's the easiest thing we do out there.
That's right. That's exactly it. I love it. I got to have it.
Okay, next question. The fans want to know who snores the loudest.
I think, from what you've told me,
Hey, don't drag me into this, Buster.
Carrie. It got to be Carrie.
Yeah, but by your ears, not by me telling you. Don't listen to him, Carrie. He's trying to get me in trouble. Wake up, Ronnie. Wake up. How many years have you worked in this Milsap project?
10 years.
10
I've
years?
Been there for 10 years.
Boy,
Yeah.
isn't that great?
I love it.
Yeah, John, I know you work for me, and I appreciate you. What other artists have you worked for?
Well, Hank Williams Jr. in 92.
Boy,
That was the Lone Wolf tour. I did a lot with T.G. Shepherd.
Wow.
Of course, he didn't use steel, so I was playing sax with him, and I was playing sax with Hank Williams Jr. too.
yeah.
Percy Sledge, I was the horn section leader for that, for his last 2 gigs before he passed.
Yeah.
Barry Gibb,
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
that was cool. That was a cool thing. It was just like one off. Razzie Bailey, I worked with Razzie quite a bit on a lot of his stuff, and he did a lot of demos and projects too. Donna Fargo,
Always loved her.
oh, me too. She had some great stuff too. Wow. Peter Noonan, the Hermits singer, I worked with him.
Yeah.
I don't know if you remember the Sons of the Beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked with them for about 5 years, something like
Tom
that.
Collins.
Really?
DJ Fontana, who played drums
Drums
for
for
Elvis.
Elvis.
Yeah, I played on his last 2 CD projects. I played on Jimmy C. Newman's last and only project.
Wow.
Charlie Leuven, I played on his last project.
Boy, that's great.
And then I worked with Wayne Jackson of the Memphis Horns for many years. Of course, he played on Suspicious Minds. I mean, you played on Suspicious Minds, didn't you, Ronnie?
Yeah.
Yeah. And he did that ba-da, ba-da, all that horn stuff. Him and
I love it.
yeah, they did some great stuff. And In the Ghetto, that was him playing the French horn. Yeah.
Mac Davis wrote In the Ghetto.
What a great song. Wow.
Yeah.
That's unreal.
I knew Mac Davis. He was a fun guy and a great songwriter.
Well, who wrote Kentucky Rain by Elvis? It was somebody from Kentucky, I know, but I can't remember his name.
But I remember they called me in and said, you got to play. I said, what happened to Bobby Wood? They said, he's sick and he can't play.
Wow.
I said, well, throw me in, coach.
There you go.
You did a great job on
I
it.
loved it. I loved it. And I loved talking with Elvis about it.
Was he a pretty nice guy, Ronnie?
Yeah, he was real nice.
Wow.
I thought he was probably going to talk down to me or something because I'm blind, but he did not.
Wow.
He treated me just like everybody else.
I like hearing stuff like that about other artists. That's great.
John, does anybody talk down on you because you play the flute?
No, but they do for the oboe.
The oboe.
Because I'm taking lessons on that. I really want to nail that.
Have you not played oboe in any sessions yet?
Yeah.
You have.
I played internet tracks and the English horn for
Well, you've been
internet
paid,
tracks.
so you can't talk bad about the oboe now.
That's right.
Oh, I loved it. I had it on several records. I had it on almost like a song.
Really?
There was an oboe player there.
I remember that. Mm-hmm.
And that's a song that makes John cry every night?
No, that was Any Day Now.
Oh, Any Day Now.
Yeah. Now, we've been asking people that come in to do podcasts to bring some music.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So I think you brought something for us.
What do you got, John?
Well, let's see. Let me look in my pocket here. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, this will work. I think you're going to like this one. I just wrote it right now.
You did? What's
Yeah.
it called?
Leap into the Storm of Time.
I like it.
Okay, Mr. Podcast Producer, roll this song.
You got it.
them running to the sky that draws the line on many faces. Touch the ring of purple light, it cuts into our limitations. Be the roses of the crown, they crash above the highest traces. Held it in my hand of morning clouds and lavish amber, and it spoke to me while streaming through a one-way door of mine. In the light of dreams they scream across the room of chartreuse laces. Then the light went through my soul, I felt its birth and I knew the sign. Leap into the storm of time, I know you've seen those very places. See them running to the sky, it was so long ago. Touch the ring of purple light, it cuts into our limitations. Be the roses of the crown, they crash above the highest traces. Chartreuse laces. Then the light went through my soul, I felt its birth and I knew the sign. Keep a smile inside of you, I know you'll come to see three faces. See them running to the sky, it was so long ago. Touch the ring of purple light, it cuts into our limitations. Be the roses of the crown, they crash above the highest traces. Leap into the storm of time, I know you'll come to see three faces.
Boy,
Yeah.
that's really good, John.
Thank you there, Ronnie.
You singing on that?
Yeah, it took me like a year to get that vocal down, though.
Well, hey, you're right in there.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. It's coming from you. That's
Kind of scares me you could take my job.
I don't know about that.
John, you've been holding back.
I know.
Good thing you never told your musical director about John's hidden talent.
Well, I love that, John.
Thank you.
I think I'd like to cut that myself.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Well, it sure would.
You could start a career in alternative rock.
Well, I'd be big in Europe.
Yeah, you would.
That would
Germany,
be.
for
Yeah.
sure, Germany.
Definitely.
Nine. That's awesome stuff.
So who all played on that, John?
Okay, well, the people that played on that song, Leap Into the Storm of Time, that was Sam Hunter on guitar.
The?
The Sam Hunter, yep.
Wow.
He's great.
You can't say anything more. It was just great. It was just great what he did. Bass, I did the bass on it.
Oh.
And Kelly Baumberger did the drums. Well, I think she did it. Well, that's a long time ago. And I recorded that over in the studio was called 615, and it was over by Percy Priest Lake.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's gone now.
I've heard of that studio.
Dave Sines used to own that studio, and he said, "Well, if I'm not using the studio, you can do it. You can have it." And so I said,
So
"Well, yeah."
with all that, John, where can folks on the internet, where can they find your music?
Well, you can go to my website, johnheinrich.com. That's JOHNHEINRICH.com.
He is German.
Yes, he is.
Nine.
That's the only word I know is no.
Nine. I know you play a lot of instruments. We say you play all instruments known to man. You play steel guitar. Mm-hmm. You play saxophone.
Yep.
You said you played bass on that.
Yep, that was my first instrument and my major in college, which I only went 1 year. But yeah, other than that, I play flute, lap steel, of course, which is like the pedal steel. Then I play dobro. And then I play oboe and then English horn. But English horn is an alto oboe pitched in, if you're playing in C, concert C, I'm playing in G. Of course, the oboe is a C instrument too.
That's cool, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's very cool.
And those are the ones that I make money on. I mean, I could play a little bit of piano, but I use piano more to write with.
Yeah.
Because that's the ultimate writing machine.
It really is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it looks like the old clock on the wall has got us again. Oh. But John, it's been such a thrill to have you in the studio talking about your life and all the things you're doing.
Oh, thank you, Ronnie. It's been a thrill being here, just being here.
You're a special guy, and we appreciate you. Thank you for being in my band.
Thank you for having me.
And thank you, folks, for listening to our podcast. Right now, you can catch us on YouTube and RonnieMilsap.com. If you've got a question for me, send it to questionsformilsap@gmail.com. Catch you on the next show. 29 to all of you. Love y'all.
Noch ein Bier bitte und wo ist den Wassercloset?